Okay, this is my new 2007 Saturn Sky. Went down and bought this from St. Petersburg in Florida. It's in pretty much like new condition. No scratches. Still like new paint. Of course, Saturn isn't around anymore. It's kind of a shame because they only got to make this car for a few years. If you ask me, it's probably the best car Saturn's ever made, the most pretty one at least. Two-tone interior, the red and black. One thing I kind of like about this is that the door opens almost completely at a 90 degrees, so if you really need extra room climbing in or whatever. It's got an upgraded stereo system, except for the head unit, but all the speakers. With your mid-range, some tweeters. You got some higher mid-range, and then there's a bass system in the back, 8-inch bass. Actually gets some pretty good kicks from that little subwoofer, even though it's only 8 inches. It got a little bit of power to it. Cup holder. Because, you know, Americans love cup holders. You can never have too many. Got some more right here. And this little thing I love, kind of neat. Push out, and then twist, and you get a little storage compartment. And you just push it in. I love this whole look of this kind of chrome with the darker gray here. Same as up here on the windshield, really accents the color and brings out the chrome in the hood. Chrome on here. Chrome wheels as a dealership package. Of course, the chrome in the front. And the chrome center console right there. Just add the shifter. Chrome pedals. All on the door with that two-tone. Of course, it is a manual because it's the only way a car should ever be made. Especially a sports car. It's got a really wide and aggressive base. This thing will really dig in whenever you take any kind of corners because it's so low to the ground and so wide. Tires come out a little bit extra over here. 18-inch rims right there, which allows for a bit more of aggressiveness to the road. And of course, this one's got a little storage compartment right there. Got the hat, sunglasses for the top being down. I got all my controls right here on the wheel. Any kind of audio, OnStar, cruise control, and of course the center console. Air's ice cold. I've never been in a car that has air conditioning working this well. Glove box. And of course these I like the way they did a chrome upgrade on these. It's actually the defroster, but it makes it look really nice. I don't think it's actually going to show the everything unless I put it on there. It's got 51,000 miles on it, which for a car of this age is really amazing. Pop the hood real quick. This is actually what people call the mini Corvette, just because of the way that it opens. Opens up just like a Corvette there. It's got a 2.4 liter Ecotec inline 4-cylinder engine. Puts out 185 horsepower. This is not the turbo version, which is a 2-liter Ecotec that puts out 260 horsepower. But I didn't want the redline version just because typically the turbos cause problems later on down the line after 100,000 miles. They just produce so much heat that it starts causing issues. Everything is clean on this car though, towards the engine compartment. Got this little cover here, which I guess can get annoying at times, but I kind of like it because it makes it all look a little bit more professional. I like how the front lights are easy to reach, but the battery is a little difficult. I'm not sure how to get in there, so figure that out later. Of course, trunk release. There's also a button on the keychain to release the trunk. And this release is a fold back right here. So that's what I love about this car. It's so different than your typical convertible or even average car with their front hood. Now, I don't know if I can do this one-handed, but I'm going to give it a shot. It's a bit heavy, so I'm actually going to set it down real quick. It's quite easy though. It's just a little heavy, so you just lift it straight up and get these prongs inside there a little bit, just a little, and then the rest of it does the work for you. Pushes it down, sealed up. Top is in perfect, absolutely perfect condition. There's not a single tear anywhere on this top. So then what you do is come over here, push down, pop these little guys in place, pop this little guy in place, and there you go. In about 25 seconds, if I wasn't recording, could have had this thing easily put up from convertible to back to the top on in case it starts raining. It's pretty quick. I don't like the ones with the motors because I always hear that motors go out and start braking. So I'm just gonna push this down. Oh, it's hot. All right, come on. There we are. Go ahead and close this door over here. It's a little different in here. It's kind of closed. I mean, small, kind of feels a little different. You got to get used to it. The windshield is rather small, but I got used to it pretty quickly. Put a few miles on it since I bought it, so bought it at 51. But yeah, it's a pretty amazing car. It's more than I ever thought I'd get. Guess I can do a small this thing really takes off, especially as soon as it hits about 2,500 to 3,000 RPM, it really kicks in. You get that full power the engine's able to offer. So straight off the line, it is a little slow, but as soon as I hit about 3,000, especially getting up into the 4, you really get thrown back in your seat. It's just a gorgeous car, and it's really a shame that Saturn didn't make any more of them. More of a shame that Saturn had to go out of business, but GM just decided they didn't want that division anymore. It is the exact same as a Pontiac Solstice, just a little bit different from the front and side. It's the same chassis, same engine, same everything, except for small cosmetic differences. So there you go. It's a 2007 Saturn Sky Roadster.